Hi friends, institutional buyers. So uh, all are investors only. See, as a company, as an individual, as a joint or a partnership company or any institution, they can buy the shares and they can sell the shares. They can buy mutual fund, debentures. But in these investors, we have different categories. Today, we'll discuss what is qualified institutions buyer. So, your company has to become a qualified institution buyer. What are the minimum criteria? What and all you can do in stock exchange? That we'll discuss today. So, any company they want to call it as qualified institutional buyers, then minimum 100 million worth security should be managed in your portfolio. Then only it will be called as qualified institutional buyers. So what they can do? See, normally I can buy a share, I can sell a share, mutual fund, debentures. But in shares, we have different categories like A category, B category, trade to trade, different restriction control securities will be there. That when you are buying, you'll get an alert, you'll get a messages from BSC, and up to certain limit only as an individual you can buy. But for the qualified institutional buyers, they can buy the private placement shares. Even to control in one company, they can buy 51% share or more than 51% shares. But as an individual, you have a restriction. You can buy up to only 1% share of the total quantity or 5%. For them, there won't be any restriction. They want to control one company, they can buy more than 50% shares of the company. Even they can uh, deal with the restricted and controlled securities, and they can go for the over the counter. So off exchange means without any off exchange through, you can over the counter you can buy the shares, but always uh, in these trades exchange supervision will not be there, and here your buyer will be knowing seller and seller will be knowing buyer. But as an individual, if I buy a share, I don't know who is the seller. If I sell, I don't know who is the buyer. But qualified institution buyers, they have a they'll get the information who is the buyer and seller. So off counter, over the counter, they can know the buyer information and seller information also. So what type of transactions they can do? See, normally we can do certain type of class security only. Okay, as an individual, I can buy A category, B category, C category, something. But for the qualified institutional buyers, so they can uh, same class or other than the classes also they can do buy sell the shares. And what are allowed? They are allowed to trade, buy, sell restricted and controlled securities to increase the liquidity of the securities of the company. And uh, for an individual, if I am buying any restricted or controlled securities, I'll get a lot of messages, I'll get a lot of calls, and we'll get information from BSC. Some securities you can't buy, but in this scenario, QIBs, they have to get the full information of the company, then only they have to invest. Otherwise, they'll not get the protection from the exchange. For the individuals, we'll get the protection from the individuals, from the SEBI. So, who can become a qualified institutional buyer? Or mutual funds can become a qualified institutional buyers. Foreign institutional investors, scheduled commercial bank, public financial institutions, insurance companies can become a qualified institutional buyers, not a individual. Thank you friends. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and please share my channel details with your friends also.